Just last week, I was at a team building event, and honestly, it made me stop and think. As I looked around, I noticed half of the employees were absolutely zoned out or just plainly uninterested and disengaged. It felt less like a team building activity and more like a mandatory task everyone was just going through the motions to get over with. Now that actually got me thinking. Why do team building activities so often fail? After all, the idea is to create a more cohesive, high-performing team, right? But if everyone's so checked out, how can that really happen? Hi, I'm Sanjeevani from Vantage Circle, and in this video, let's break down why team building activities often miss the mark, and more importantly, how we can make them more effective so they actually lead to real, lasting improvements in team performance. Let's focus on problem number 1. Many team building activities are actually designed to get people to like each other. You know, the typical icebreakers and social outings. These activities often focus on social cohesion, getting people to bond, have fun, and make friends. But the issue is, this often doesn't really improve work performance. You know, while team members might get along better, they don't actually learn how to work together more effectively on tasks. A team that likes each other isn't necessarily a team that performs well at the end of the day. So, what's the solution? Instead of focusing solely on getting people to like each other, shift the focus to role clarification. The key here is making sure everyone knows what they're responsible for and how they fit into the team's bigger goals. You can start by running a structured role and responsibility workshop. Now, this approach isn't just about writing job descriptions. It's about clearly defining each person's role and the interdependencies between roles. A helpful tool here is the RACI matrix: responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. This will help everyone understand how their roles contribute to team success and minimize confusion. Now, problem number 2. Another common issue is when team building is used as temporary fix for deeper systematic problems. Whether it's unclear leadership, unequal workloads, or a dysfunctional reward system, no team building activity, trust me, will solve these fundamental issues. If the underlying problems aren't addressed, any positive impact from team building activities is actually short-lived. The toxic behaviors, poor communication, and lack of collaboration are still present, and the team will revert to these once they return to their routine. So what's actually the solution to this? Instead of creating an activity that's just about having fun, make it functional and goal-driven. The focus should be on solving a real-life problem that requires collaboration, something that mirrors the team's actual work. You can implement crisis simulations or complex problem-solving tasks like the Lost at Sea or Mars mission scenarios. You know, the goal here isn't just to win the game, it's to work through the task together. Crucially, follow up with a rigorous debrief that ties the team's collaboration, decision-making, and conflict resolution to their real-world challenges. This approach will build task cohesion, helping the team see the direct connection between how they work together in the simulation and how they need to collaborate in their everyday tasks. Last, but definitely not the least, problem number 3. One very common mistake is treating team building as one-and-done event, like an annual retreat or a single-day workshop. While these events might be intense and engaging, expecting them to create lasting behavioral change is actually unrealistic. The effects of a one-off event are transient. Teams often go back to their old habits after the event because the behaviors learned aren't reinforced. Without ongoing reflection and adjustment, the positive outcomes fade very quickly, to be honest. So, what's actually the solution to this problem? Now, instead of relying on a single event, make team development a regular process that's integrated into the team's routine. This keeps the focus on continuous improvement and ensures the lessons from team building activities really stick. You can implement bi-weekly team retrospectives. Every 2 weeks, set aside 30 minutes for the team to reflect on their progress. Ask them 3 key questions. What went well in the past 2 weeks? What challenges did we face? What is one specific change we can commit in the next 2 weeks to work better together? These questions will make difference. I'm sure now you understand why team building activities fail so often. To truly make them work, you have to focus on creating ongoing, meaningful engagement. When done right, team building activities can actually transform your team's performance. What's your experience with team building activities? Drop a comment below, and if this was helpful, like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.